Y'all hear that Muslim clap? Y'all hear that Muslim clap? Y'all hear that Muslim clap?
So it's good for the Muslims to have something where it's inspiring them and they're enjoying themselves. Alhamdulillah, that's what I can say.
The one who has goodness is the one who knows to live life must be balanced, the middle way.
We are ordered, we are ordained by Allah, خَيْرُ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ, to be a balanced, moderate ummah.
What other organization can in 1 month invite a world-renowned scholar, reach over 1,000 people in 3 days, and in the following month run a series of events dedicated to the legacy of Malcolm X, bringing in up-and-coming inspiring UK artists, and encouraging positive, confident Islam?
We reject this idea that everything has to be black and white and absolutist.
This fever, this gut reaction, this trauma, this rage is from the Jahili principle, which has guided so much of the nationalistic leadership and rhetoric, empty rhetoric.
We wanted to bring the best of contemporary Islam to address the real burning questions and issues that young Muslims were raising.
Now, do Muslim men, is it understandable that they'd be suspicious of this idea of liberating women if it's going to be used as a vehicle to actually pacify Islam eventually?
It's got nothing to do with the neocons. Our own society thinks that we have to keep women at home in order to keep Islam functioning, and that's not true. We don't need to be so defensive.
It's about giving leadership and agenda, especially to young people.
This is a generation that is at once politicized, that is at once globalized, and that its identity is connected to its faith.
And that's part of what our discourse is. It's about raising men, rijal. How do we create men? And this is a community effort between women and likewise between men.
We need to educate our young people about how they actually engage with society and some of the issues.
But it's also really important to be serious about the context, about the reality, where the people are living.
It's about, saying to young people, you know what, you can go back into your community using the tools that you've received through the Radical Middle Way events and say, you know what, I'm going to set up a Sunday school, I can set up a Saturday club.
What is important is that people get the genuine message of Islam. And this message is that of mercy, of justice, of peaceful coexistence.
One of the encouraging things about the Radical Middle Way, that at the heart of them is this commitment to compassion, to mercy.
ورغم كل ما يجري هنا وهناك فرغم كل ذلك يجب أن نتمسك بثوابت هذا الدين، أن نتمسك بالرحمة.
دعونا نحيي معاني الرحمة.
Let's bring back to life the meaning of mercy.
ونسترحم الله عز وجل برحمة عباده.
And we should invoke God's mercy by being merciful to His servants.
He really brought the message home that it is to do with the change within our hearts.
Without being arrogant that we're above other people, but serving other people. Muslims are not Muslims, the animals as well, serving the stones.
If we want to have the moral high ground where the sacred is honored, then we have to honor the sacred in ourselves and in others.
There are many things we can say about the British Muslim community, but one thing nobody can deny, I think, is despite the image, we are one of the most adaptable, dynamic communities in this society.
For you as Muslims here, you and me, we have to change perception of ourselves.
We know there are problems, but change has to be organic and it has to come from the bottom up. So the change begins with our young people.
Say change gonna come, say change gonna come, change gonna come, change gonna come.
And I think it's coming, it's slow, but this is the future.
Radical Middle Way.